Welcome back. All this week, the networks of NBC have been highlighting the effects of a warming world in their series, Climate in Crisis. The news coming from places like Greenland and Alaska is so alarming that it's kind of hard to process. However, an emergency doesn't become real until it lands in your own backyard. Today, we're taking a look at how climate change could affect the Coachella Valley. Tomorrow, we'll examine some solutions that could lessen the impacts locally and globally. Until recently, climate change was a debatable topic. Today, it's almost globally understood that the change is real, it's man-made, and that it's happening at an accelerating pace. Our military is also now treating it as a credible threat.
No less than the Department of Defense has said that climate change is, in fact, the greatest threat to homeland security.
We've been bombarded by reports that speak of climate change in global terms. But what could it mean locally? We spoke with two experts about it.
One of the main things that we see is really an increase in extreme heat. Where you have forests on the hillsides and the mountainside is a much greater risk of fire. Areas burned by forest fire have increased tenfold in just the last 4 decades.
All the data we have does support longer heat waves, more intense heat waves, more days in Palm Springs where we exceed 115 per year. And in some cases, it's 3 to 5 times as many when you look at 2030 to 2050.
The impacts could make the valley uninhabitable. If summer temperatures reach dangerous levels, it will become literally impossible to work outside.
I would have to get into something else, obviously, if it got to be that hot.
People won't be the only ones affected. Birds have long been an indicator of coming threats.
Birds become messengers for the health of an ecosystem.
Ryan Lamas of the Audubon Society has been seeing a steady decline in the bird population of the Salton Sea. When an ecosystem becomes thin, they refer to it as simple.
And so if they're simple, they're vulnerable to changes. And we live in the Coachella Valley, and we know that it's already an extreme environment. If it's vulnerable in the first place, and then it becomes more vulnerable, then it puts the wildlife at risk, and in turn puts human populations at risk.
Now, I get it. We've heard so much bad news that we have a tendency to just shut it out. I know I do, but the story doesn't have to end badly. There are solutions and ways forward that we can participate in together. Join us tomorrow for a look at how we can contribute as individuals and as a group to find a way forward. We'll be right back with your full forecast after the break.